You've asked me more times than I can count, so I'm finally making a video about it. Today, we're answering your questions about lead conversion rate. What is it? What number should I be looking for? And some more tips and tools coming straight your way. When I started in the world of digital marketing, I was like, okay, I'm going to use the strategies and tools that we learn in business class, and I'm going to apply them to my business, and that's going to be that, because a business online should be the same as brick and mortars. Well, a lot of that is true, but when it comes to understanding the minute differences between brick and mortar businesses and online businesses, we have to understand the difference in the numbers game. So today, that's why we're going to talk about lead conversion rate. In this video, I'm going to help you tap into the lead conversion rates that the pros don't want you to know about, because that's what's lining their pockets. I'm going to show you the new school way to convert leads, and I'll share with you the dangerous truth about live video. All this and more, stay tuned. Lead conversion is all about momentum. But before we dive into what that momentum looks like, let's talk about our basic terms. So a lead is a possible new customer. It's someone who has shown that they are interested in the solution that you offer. They're interested in you as the attractive character, or they're interested in your solutions. So a lead conversion is going to be when we move our lead from one state to another. That's what conversion is. It's moving from one place to another. So we can look at lead conversion in terms of moving our leads from one platform to another, which is great. So when I say, hey, this is our YouTube channel, but definitely check out the latest Instagram live we did, where we're going to give you these great, impressive tips. That is a trick that's going to help people convert from one platform to another. So if you have a thriving YouTube community, doing something like that will help you move them over to your Instagram, where you can serve them content in a different way. Lead conversion specifically, though, tends to talk about converting them from a lead, so from a prospective buyer, into an active, thriving buyer, someone who has opened their wallet and is now paying for your solutions. Lead conversion rate, therefore, looks at what rate are we moving people from possible customer to actual customer. When we look at the online world, that is going to be really easy to find because of the amount of analytics that we have at our fingertips. Those analytics can get a little bit overwhelming because there's a lot to look at, but when you know what you're looking at specifically, it won't be nearly as overwhelming. So let's look at a couple different examples of what lead conversion processes could look like in an online business. First, we're all about live streaming. So what can live streaming look like in terms of lead conversion? So first, you start out with your live stream. People are watching, people are engaging, you're serving value, you're solving problems, you're positioning yourself as the authority, you're becoming influential, and you're trying to get people to move and ascend in your value ladder or ascend in your community. So that live stream show, you can have a call to action to get people to book a bonding call, for example. This is so well done by my friend and my mentor, McCall Jones, in the charisma hacking world. And she will do her regular live stream show. She'll get people to book a bonding call with her. And from there, she can segment them into her different products and service offerings. This way, she's not only able to nurture the relationship, but she's also able to convert her leads into paying customers. Another example for those of you who don't want to have too much live video is to have the traditional tripwire funnel, where people are going to opt in for a small, simple, high-value solution. They're then going to reach a thank you page that's actually going to be an offer for another level of product. And from there, they can continue that traditional sales funnel process, raising them up in your value ladder as well. So going from opting in and just giving you their email address for the first time, all the way up to purchasing your mid or lower level products, all in one automated funnel. That is another way to convert your leads into paying customers. So basically, the format is introduce yourself to each other, just like a couple's getting to know each other. They're in the dating phase, the flirting phase, they're getting to know each other. Then the mid-level is that nurturing phase. Once they get to know each other, we can then ascend them up into our nurturing phase. This is where they're getting to know us more. Maybe we're serving them some lower level products. Maybe we're serving them some higher exclusive play into the scarcity type offers that are there to play into your community, nurture that community, show that you are an authority and you are someone who provides value. This is where you establish yourself as the over-delivery person. Then they ascend all the way up, hopefully, to our high-ticket offers. That is when you have become positioned not only as a person who has a solution, but you are the person who has the only solution for that customer. Talking about converting, I want you guys to convert because there's a lot of you who are watching my videos who haven't yet subscribed to the channel. So hit that subscribe button. Join us along for the journey. Every week we release brand new videos all about leveling up your influence, your authority, and your income online. And I want to see you guys along for the journey. Lead conversion rates are going to be different depending on your business structure, what kinds of products you have, what your visibility strategy is, where you're located, and so much more. So business structure, product offerings, and all of that kind of stuff will factor in to your lead conversion rate. But let's get real specific for a second. Let's look specifically at web-based businesses that are looking only at the lead conversion rate from a website or a funnel. These are easy metrics to track. So if you're running a Facebook ad campaign, or you're running a YouTube ad campaign, or you're just running posts in your Facebook group and you're watching that conversion rate. Maybe you're watching the conversion rate on your landing page or your opt-in page or your sales page. The general average for conversion rate on these platforms would be between 2.4 and 2.6%. I know that feels really low because ultimately this is a numbers game. So if you're bringing in 100 people onto your landing page, only between 2 and 3 of those are actually going to convert and buy. And I know when I first heard that statistic, I was like, are you kidding? That's going to cost a lot of money. That's going to cost a lot of time. That's going to be rather difficult if that is how low my conversion rate is. But when you're looking at speaking to a cold audience, your conversion rate is going to be significantly lower than if you were nurturing that community, continuing to lean into your attractive character and your relatability and that connection you have with members of your community. Those conversion rates can skyrocket over 30% at that point. But so you have to look at where you are, where your customers are in that relationship and level of intimacy they have with you. Do you already know how to solve their problems? Well, then you can raise that conversion rate because you're going to be targeting very specific people. So when it comes to being a numbers game, we have to humble ourselves in the sense that we are going to have to drive a ton of traffic and we're going to have to hear a lot of people say no. We're going to see a lot of people walk away if we're only looking for that less than 3% of people who are going to convert. But once they've converted, if we nurture them appropriately, we will continue to see them convert over and over and over again. So I want to know, what did you think a great conversion rate was? Or maybe you have surpassed the 3% mark. What is your conversion rate looking like right now? And how can we as visibility hackers and as members of this amazing community help each other out in raising that level of conversion? Let me know in the comments below. And now for the honest truth. Live video has the highest conversion rates for any of our front-end content. Way better than TikTok, way better than Instagram, way better than just a standard YouTube video, way better than a podcast. And this is because of the level of intimacy, scarcity, and connection to not only the attractive character, the host of the show, but also to each other. This creates a space that is entirely different than all of the other pieces of content out there. All these other pieces of content leave us in isolation. We're just consuming that content. Then we have to decide that we're going to take an action so that we can convert. But when it comes to live video, we can have that connection. We can ask questions. We can engage with that community and see if this is a place we actually want to be. Other pieces of content are kind of like posters and billboards along the highway. They're informative, maybe they're well designed, maybe they're entertaining, but ultimately they're not going to leave you with a sense of self, a sense of being part of a community. Live video, on the other hand, is going to literally create a space that is different. Our brains become wired differently when we're able to recreate the feeling of hanging out with our best friends. The same chemicals floating around in our brain when we're hanging out with our friends are the same chemicals that float around in our brains when we're engaging with live video. So harness those powers and use more live video in your content strategy. You can build that relationship, nurture those relationships, and convert more people from casual viewers into raving fans. And if you want more tips and tools and strategies on how to do this, click the link down below and join us for the Visibility Hacking Secrets training. It's an incredible members-only vault. It's absolutely free just because you're here with us today. Click it, watch it, and digest all of that amazing content so we can watch you raise that conversion rate. We can see you raise those bigger, more beautiful, more impactful businesses online. So definitely check that out and check out some of these videos. Until I see you again, my friends, remember I love you. Be excellent to each other.